The 108th edition of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup reaches its apex. The final from Miami. Houston Dynamo away to Inter Miami. With Devin Kerr, Mike Watts on hand, it is a grand occasion here. Ball drops into Bassi. Spinning free Quinones.
And the space is going to be there tonight for Houston Dynamo, and the disposition overall for Inter Miami. What's it going to be early on without their leader?
Dorsey end line for Baird. And the first set piece of the match belongs to the roadside. And Miami a chance to counter. Hangs in the air, Farias away. And Kremoski barrel rolls to the ground. This should come with the first card of the game. It does. Escobar. And with it, in the elongated game of keep away. Snapped ahead to Quinones. Two options percolating. Quinones end line, hits it across, drops in front over the penalty spot and away from Bassi. Farias. The crowd to the edge of their seat here in Miami. Spots Kremoski. Sought Farias centrally. By the way, Herrera and Carrasquilla had the last two Golden Ball winners at the CONCACAF Gold Cup paired together in midfield. Not to say that there's any CONCACAF-esque items set to come tonight, but they certainly know that level.
Well, that's why 16 minutes into this match, they've already got 12 final third entries. The Houston Dynamo just one for Inter Miami. There's a level of aggression right now that is 100% this front foot forward thinking. Let's go.
7 shots to 0.
Well, I mentioned too, that was now number 13, by the way, of where they progressed into the final third. Half of them making their way to the 8x8. The problem is, Mike, they're not actually testing the goalkeeper. They've gotten close, but haven't pushed them over the line just yet.
Well, for Quinones, slipped in behind of Yedlin. Quinones went for goal. Spilled in front by Callender. What a save. Dorsey out of play. Drake Callender, an incredible moment for Inter Miami.
He has easily, and I say that with utmost respect to everybody involved in the conversation, made his way into the United States men's national team rotation. Full extension. This is a goal. Twice by both Quinones and the back post run after he coughs it up. Now, as a goalkeeper, you're trying to do everything here to retain it. But even when he's spilled,
turned over, Houston carry forward. Amin Bassi. Baird. Turning inside out. Artur. The overlap. Dorsey! Griffin Dorsey! A remarkable opener for Houston. A dynamic movement concludes with the Dynamo on top.
but most importantly, you're going to try and find the transitional space on the right flank for Griffin Dorsey. Credit right here to the 9 and Corey Baird. Watch him pull this up. He's only got help centrally. He needs to wait for reinforcements on the backside. And all of a sudden, the advancement, unaccustomed from Artur. That is normally Hector Herrera, but he had slid over to Almark Leo Campana. Now Dorsey's in. Head up the entire way. Good marking on the backside by Inter Miami to eliminate the central threat. And then it just comes down to the one-on-one exploitation that can and has been consistently this season by Griffin Dorsey on the right-hand side. Near post, top corner, and the lead for the visitors.
It's the 24th. Chipped ahead, Carrasquilla, that's away, it's Baird. Carrasquilla, Bassi, Escobar. Quinones went down, referee points to the spot. Houston will have a chance to double their lead in the Open Cup final. And VAR will take a long look. The card to Yedlin as well. Double it pending review.
As much praise as we can give Coco Carrasquilla, the Panamanian on the right flank for Houston Dynamo. You have to give the same to the Colombian and Nelson Quiñones, who Ben Olsen is just trying to find a more finished product in the final third, but the touch is everything. That's what this is about. It's a game of angles, much like we saw.
Drake Callender, an enormous year. Bassi steps forward and delivers a perfect 8 for 8 all competitions this year. The Archer delivers 2-0 Houston. And the co-investor for the Dynamo knows all about that long-range finish.
Escobar playing high, challenging the overall shape, and as Yedlin tries to jump a little bit, he gets caught from behind, he takes him down. Drake Callender almost reads this. Notice he overcommits to the right, he slows and just can't get that trailing leg.
Room here, Bassi, Baird, Carrasquilla. Miami is being carved to bits 35 minutes in tonight.
The crazy thing about it is it's not that difficult to read, honestly. I mean, that's how bad Inter Miami are right now. Let's call a spade a spade. They're just not playing well. They're not picking up the runs. Notice all the black jerseys up top, but they're flat in their shape. You know exactly where the trailing run is going to be coming from. 3 separate Inter Miami players. Noah Allen, Carrasquilla, and Diego Gomez, none of which are able to step into the space.
Herrera from the pocket from long range. Wide of Callender. Bassi hangs the switch. Baird. Farias couldn't take it. Baird striding forward. Lost his footing in the shot. Krivtsov. Shifts. Yedlin. Miami looking for a spark. Taylor available in the width. Taylor slicing back. Campana, he thought about it. Kramoski went for it. Wonderful ball to Bassi. Bassi angles in. Bassi slides through. Baird. Play continues. Carrasquilla went for goal. That's wide. Whether Baird was onside or not becomes an afterthought. Whistle's gone. The restart kept away from Kramoski. And the halftime whistle arrives. That was comprehensive from the Houston Dynamo. Corey Baird, the opening touch of the second half. Houston lead Inter Miami 2-0. Still it's here for Miami, and now Carrasquilla recovers. There's something special here from Farias. Header is on and wide from Joseph Martinez. Nearly it was for Inter Miami.
Seems to out-jump everyone. This is a timing thing for him. Just a ton of traffic. Comes off the back shoulder. That's a mismark by Hector Herrera. He's calling here for some help from Artur. Artur's crushed in the near post run. He's got the movement right. This is on Hector Herrera. He had to continue. He did not. He pulled out of it. And ever since, has not been able to break the number 12.
Kramoski, Allen, Kramoski fires the save by Tarbell. Splayed out toward Campana. Farias, that's away. Yedlin got a touch. Quiñones.
Give it quickly.
Quiñones, quickly indeed. Ball was touched on the way through. Still it's Bassi. Advantage played. Carrasquilla runs the break. As the run in behind, Bassi. Quiñones scores!
The funniest part here is this isn't a little step up off the back line by DeAndre Yedlin. He's pivoted his hips open to allow himself to chase Quiñones. The smart move would have been to step up into the space altogether, and smartly by the refereeing crew. Well done. Waved off. We're back to 2.
And that Dynamo celebration might have to wait. They do make the change. David Ruiz comes in off the bench, replaces Yedlin, who by inches escapes without conceding the third. With the Rochester Raging Rhinos once upon a time. They wanted a culture of winners. Brad Smith, the latest. Kremoski. Martinez. Play on. Kremoski. Varias! Tarbell.
Inside, outside, certainly kept the back line guessing for the Houston Dynamo.
Kremoski comes off for Miami, replaced by Nico Stefanelli.
He struggled tonight.
You once more, 3 goals in 5 appearances, 4 off the bench in this Open Cup now. The hold up from Herrera. He's won it. Herrera, the overlap, the ball back across. Aliud just narrowly didn't get there in time.
People were crowning them as one of the greatest MLS teams that ever could be. Now, that certainly hasn't taken shape. But to think that this team was incapable was the worst thing that you could have ever put in your mind, because that seed of doubt was never in question for the Dynamo.
Adebe is in 6 added minutes. The chant, "We love Siegel," reference to the Houston owner that took over 2 years ago, acquired majority ownership last summer, has poured money in, improved their venue, certainly improved their stock. Ball through Martinez. Martinez! Oh, what a goal for Miami! Are they back from the dead in this Open Cup final? 5 minutes to turn it all around.
They keep him on side. Beautiful. Told you coming in that Farias, the second half that he's had, he would be the guy to get this team back on track. Dorman up top from Joseph Martinez and Leo Campana.
Ruiz. Stefanelli. Header is saved by Tarbell. And the best chance for Campana yet, a looping header. Houston walking forward, and it's over. The Houston Dynamo win the 2023 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.